Hi guys, welcome to another Transformers toy review. Today we're taking a look at, from Earthrise, this Micromaster set, which is a Fuser and Autobot Blastmaster. So these are inspired by some of the Micromasters from the kind of, well, back in the day really, the kind of G1 kind of versions of them. I've got this one's a little bit battered and bruised, but I do have the original one. And the idea of them is they were two separate Micromasters, which you could then transform and put together to make a larger space shuttle, as opposed to the two smaller kind of modes. And you could swap around different Micromasters to have weird sort of combinations. So it might be that you plug this together with a land vehicle and have that at the front, so you can do lots of kind of messing around with it. So here's the kind of updated versions, and you can see them in the box there. You can see obviously the space shuttle here as well, and yeah, it looks, from looking at them in the packaging, there's some nice paint apps on them. Looks as if there's a fair bit of kibble on them, I would say, and it shows you them in robot and then their kind of combined mode, and then how they can interact with some of the Micromaster bases. So these are from the Astro squad. This one's Fuser and this one is Blastmaster. I think for some reason, if they have a problem with the naming, they normally put Autobot or Decepticon at the start of it, just to kind of resolve that. What we're going to do now is we're going to open up the packaging and take a look at them, see what they're like. Right, here we are. We've got them transformed out of their packaging. Oh, and this one's fallen over already. So this one is a little bit back heavy with all the kibble and stuff that he's got. So he's got the wings on his side here. If I bring that bit down, that should help him stand a little bit. So you do have to kind of lean this guy forward a little bit. He kind of stands up all right there. But they've done some nice paint apps on him. So he's got this grey paint here. The face is painted red, and the face, the head's painted red and the face is painted blue. Black paint for these bits. Black paint all around here and white in here. Black in here. You even got the NASA bit on the side of the thing there on both sides. So that's done really nicely. Articulation wise, the head doesn't move. The arms are on ball pegs, so they move a fair bit around. You are kind of limited a little bit as you kind of get around, you just have to be careful. His legs can go up. You should be able to go to the side, but you're hindered by this bit being in the way and these chunky legs. So you can kind of go out a bit if you go out to the side. The knee bends right the way in, and that's to do with the transformation. You can go up and you can go back a fair bit. It's not too bad. They're on ball pegs. So just to, I'll give a bit of a comparison in a minute to the original G1 toys. And then you've got this guy here as well, and he's actually got almost like painted in guns, which I think is a really neat idea. So he's always armored up, and the whole of his chest is painted red with these little silver detailings towards the bottom of his chest and on his face. So that's really done very well. And this lovely black paint all along the sides here, all along the sides, and then for the top. And you see part of the cockpit, which we'll see in vehicle mode as well, and down at the bottom. I'm not sure if that's blue paint that you've used in for that. It might be plastic. I'm not sure, but you do get waist articulation, but that is mainly to do with the transformation. But it's hard when you've got it transformed properly. You can't really rotate it around because this bit gets in the way. This one I'm not so sure about. No, he hasn't got any waist articulation, but this guy does because of this transformation. So his arms are a little bit more free because they haven't got the back kibble, and you can move them out to the side and sort of up and down a little bit. Again, the head doesn't move, so there's no articulation there, and the feet can move, or the legs can move up, down. It's a little bit stiff, out to the back a little bit, out to the side a little bit before you pop them out, and the knee bends all the way back there as well. So all in all, they look pretty good in robot mode, with this guy just being a little bit of a problem, just falling backwards a little bit. So if you've got him on display, you're probably just going to have to lean him up against something. And if we take a look at the originals, obviously this guy's been weathered a little bit. So yeah, not a million miles away apart. You know, it's definitely an upgrade, this one, in terms of, you know, what was going on with this one. But these guys are still pretty decent, and they still hold up quite nicely. There's one neat feature about these ones that you don't get with the other ones, which we'll come and take a look at. And then we've got this guy here, which my one's unfortunately missing an arm. And again, you'd have to say it's definitely an upgrade. These ones the new ones are a little bit bigger as well. And then to transform them, fairly easy. I've just had a go at doing this myself. You push the head in on this guy here, and it will just fold away into there. And as it does so, it just pushes this bit up. And then what you want to do is have the arms pulled in by the side, and they'll actually peg into the side of his leg there. So I can just get that done properly. You may have to just fold these in first. And this will peg in together and then into there. Peg that back. Let's move these out of the way a second. That's it. There you go. Just make sure it's all lined up properly. And then the hands should come down better then. And then they'll peg into the side of the legs, which then means this bit will come down and this pegs into the side of here as well. So it just kind of pegs into the side of the arms and keeps everything in place. So then you've got the back end of it, which is why it's different. Is on the originals, you just had these pegs which you could then swap over and peg in for different ones, whereas the pegging system on the new ones is slightly different. So you can't then peg this one into that one, which is a cool feature that you used to be able to do with the older ones. Note there is like a handle underneath here, so it doesn't show in the instructions a gun mode, but if I was to guess, I would say it would be something like that. I don't know, but it doesn't show anything in there. But you know, if you were going to do something, I'd imagine it's something like that. So this one, lift that one up again. It's kind of, you've got the peg here as well if you need that for anything. If you move all of this up out of the way here, you'll then be able to rotate the waist around like that. You can then peg the legs together like so, and then peg them in like that. Then push these bits in, the arms kind of tuck in to the side. That should be all there, and then this bit's going to fold down, and that will just peg into that gap there, just like that. Just kind of tidy it up a bit. There are a few sort of like gaps and things, but I think after you do it a couple of times, you'll be able to perfect it. And then it's a case of pegging these together. You can see where they kind of match up. And then you've got your space shuttle mode. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Obviously showing you, say, like a regular Micromaster. Obviously they're going to be twice the size because they're two ones that are plugged in together. So it's nice to have a little bit of difference with that one. And I haven't got one of the new ones to hand, but here's one of the older ones to hand, and they even look quite good on that one. And then to show you the older one, you have to ignore the bad state of this one. But yeah, it's a fair bit bigger. Better paint deco as well. I think they've done a really good job on this one. And I don't know if anyone's seen their new Micromaster set, which they've announced, which is like a repaint of this guy with double dealers thing on it, and it's a couple of the older bases which have been redone, so like Airwave redone and the Ironworks redone, they all pegged together. In terms of blast effects, the only ones I could figure out that would fit into anywhere are these ones from Megatron. They're a little bit big, but you can put them in, so I just thought I'd show you the bit ridiculous, but if you want to have a blast effect coming out of it, that's about as good as you can get, because all the other ones, what they do is they peg over things. So they peg over, you might be able to peg it over that, maybe, no. So yeah, it looks as if they've missed an opportunity to do it on this one. The only thing I can see where you can use it is in these guys in their robot mode, where if you get, I'll just do it with this guy here, you can, I think, potentially do it on these. So you potentially could have it that it's shot down and there's fire coming out of it, something like that. The other thing you can do is when you transform him into his robot mode. I haven't tried this out, but I'd imagine it's something that you can do. Swap his legs around like that and peg this, pull these out, and then kind of peg this back. Is on his hands, I think you can use these as blast effects on here, so you can still use them like that. So that is something you can do, but I don't think you're not going to be able to do that on the other one, because he hasn't got anything kind of coming out of his hands or anything else like that. But just to show you the transformation back, it's pretty simple. Pop this back in like that, and peg this, bring these legs down and peg them from there. Like that, and then you've got him in his robot mode as well. So there you go. I'll give you a close-up look of the two side by side. Pretty pleased with these guys. Definitely going to put them on display. I'm not sure if I'll have them in robot mode or spaceship mode. I'll have to work out what I do with these ones. But yeah, I'm loving these little Micromaster dudes. Well worth picking up. And yeah, a worthy addition to the Transformers collection, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, stay safe. See you guys soon. Bye-bye for now.